class. And if you do have 2 blocks, have them nearby. Otherwise, we are going to start off on our knees, and you might want a blanket under your knees for some cushion there. And I'd like you to just come up right on your knees, and you can bring your hands onto your hips and step your left foot out to the left. So I'm mirroring you. So the left foot will come out to the left, and you'll try to get the whole sole of the left foot down. And then just reach your arms out wide to the sides and make your arms really broad. So imagine they're like the wings of a bird, and your wingspan is vast and strong. And then as you keep the arms quite wide, can you become even more sort of regal through the sides of the neck? You might imagine a puppet string pulling you up by the crown of your head. Okay, and then keep all of that. You'll just start to side bend over to your left. Your right arm will come up alongside your right ear, so that you're getting a big side body opening. The right column of the body is getting longer and more expansive. Let's take about 3 breaths here. Maybe you close your eyes, inhaling slowly, and exhale 1. Reach through the right fingertips. Breathing in for 2. Nice calm neck as you exhale. Last one. Breathe in, reach, reach, reach. And breathing out. Okay, and then you'll make your way right back up through the center. And now you're going to side bend over to your right and plant your fingertips right underneath your right shoulder. And then same thing, just kind of sweep your left arm up and overhead and reach, reach, reach through the left arm. Press down well into your left foot, and we'll take 3 breaths again. Inhaling and a calm exhale. And breathing in, maybe you reach a little further, and exhale. Last one, relaxing your left shoulder as you breathe in and breathe out. Okay, push into your feet, come all the way back upright, and then you'll bring your left leg down in line with your right. Come to sit either on your heels, or you could sit on a pillow before we do the second side. And you'll just inhale, draw your elbows back, lift your chest up. This is what we call a cow spine. And then you'll exhale, bow the head, chin to the chest, cat spine. Do 4 more like that. Breathe in, pull the elbows back, lift up the heart organ. And exhale, very softly bow the head. Inhale. And breathe out. Maybe you close your eyes. Take 2 more. Inhaling. And exhale. Really fluid in the spine, like a wave. Last one. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bow your head. Come to a neutral spine. And then you'll come right back up onto your shins, hands on your hips. We'll take the second side. You'll step your right foot out to the right. And notice if your right hip hikes up high, try to keep the pelvis pretty level. And you'll open your arms out wide to the sides. And again, this is your wide wingspan. Crown of the head drawing up towards the ceiling. Take a couple of deep breaths here. You might imagine someone is gently pulling your wrists out in opposite directions. Get wider and wider. And then we'll take our side bend up and over to your right, resting your right hand on the outer right leg. The left arm sweeps up alongside your left ear. Neck is calm. We have our 3 breaths here. Inhale slowly. And exhale. Inhale for 2, reach, and breathe out. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Good, and then you'll come right back up through the middle. Nice broad, broad arms, and we'll take the other side. So your left fingertips come down onto the mat right under your left shoulder. You can always lower the palm if you'd like, and then the right arm sweeps alongside your right ear. Establish the shape here. Reach through the right arm. And then our 3 breaths. Nice, calm inhale, possibly closing the eyes. Exhale, empty the lungs. Good. Breathing in, reach a little further. Press into the pinky side of your right foot. And exhale. Last one, breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anchor your feet down, push them through your floor as you come all the way back up through the middle. Great. And then you'll bring your right leg in line with the left and come to sit. And then this time you'll interlace the hands in front of you. Flip your palms forward so you get a wrist stretch, and look at your elbows and try to straighten them all the way. And then keep them as straight as you can and start to lift the arms up alongside the ears. And once your arms are up by the ears, notice if you're popping your ribs out in what we called the cow spine earlier, and try to draw your ribs into the body and go up with the thumb side of your hand, go up with the heels of your hands, so that you're as long and spacious as you can be in your arms and in your trunk. Okay, don't lose any of this height. As a matter of fact, can you get even taller as you float your arms back down by your sides? And then we'll take the other side. So you'll interlace the hands again, but this time it'll feel a little awkward, the interlacing. And again, you'll flip the palms forward, straight elbows. And now as you lift your arms up, you try to get even longer through your spine. So you might visualize your whole spinal column getting more and more spacious. The top of your spine is at the top of your neck, which ends right between your ears. And the bottom of your spine is at the very tip of your tailbone. Can you pull those 2 ends in opposite directions and get taller and taller as you send the hands up higher? Take one more breath, try to push the ceiling away, and then get even taller in the spine as you float your arms like they're floating through water down by your sides. Okay, and then you'll bring your hands together at the center of the chest. Special shout out to Sarah. And then you might choose to close your eyes or just keep them softly open. And we'll begin with an Om. So if Oming is new to you, you might just listen to me say it. Or if you'd like, you'll say it with me. But the idea behind Om is not that it sounds pretty or that it is at a specific note, but just that it's kind of a natural sound coming out of you, out from your low belly. The vocal cords vibrating, and whatever sound comes out is the sound, so that we're not self-conscious about how it sounds or judgmental in any way. Okay, so one Om to start together. Take your breath in. Breath or so, you'll release your hands down and let your eyes float open. And then we'll come on to our hands and knees. And when you set up, you'll try to stack your wrists right underneath your shoulders and your knee joint right underneath your hip socket. And then right away when you get there, you'll take some cow cat. So we already did this sitting. On your inhalation, you'll take cow spine. Your belly will go towards the floor, your head and your tailbone go up to the ceiling. When you exhale, push the floor away, round your spine, looking towards your belly. Good. Breathing in, cow spine. Take your time. And try breathing out of the mouth as you come to cat. Let's do 3 more sets. Breathing in. And exhale. In for 2. And breathe out. Inhale, 3. And exhale. And bring your seat towards your heels. In child's pose, you could keep your arms really active here so that your elbows are straight and elevated from the mat. Or if you want something a little softer, let your elbows drop down to the floor. And then take a big breath behind your lungs. Inhale. Exhale. We'll take one more like that. A calm breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come forward to your hands and knees. And then we'll come to a downward facing dog. So you'll tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back. So visualize an actual dog doing this. When they do this, they bend their hind legs, but their spine is really long. So you might imagine someone sort of hooking your tailbone and drawing it up and back gently. So that this pose is about lengthening your spine, not so much your hamstrings. So the knees can be quite bent. And then close your eyes, take 2 more breaths, breathing in. Hips up and back behind you as you breathe out. 1 more. Inhaling and exhale. Okay. On your next inhale, come forward into plank pose. And then you'll lower your knees down as you exhale. Come high onto your fingertips and step your right foot toward your right thumb. On your inhalation, sweep your arms up by the ears. And on your exhalation, lower the hands, stepping your left foot forward to meet your right. You'll be at the top of your mat as you inhale. Find just a flat back. You're lifting halfway up. And then exhale, fold any amount back into your legs. Inhale, bend your knees. Come to chair pose. Reach your seat back like you're trying to find a chair. And exhale, stand tall in mountain pose. Lower the arms by your sides. Inhale, same thing we did before. Interlace your hands. As you exhale, you'll flip the palms, elbows straight. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Push the hands up to the ceiling. And you'll exhale, forward fold over the thighs. Take your breath in, come to a flat back, halfway up. Exhale, step your right foot back, lower the knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, you'll come into a downward facing dog with very bent knees. On your inhale, come forward like plank, lower the knees down. You'll exhale high on the fingertips, step your left foot forward. Breathe in, lift your arms up, maybe you look up. Exhale, lower your hands and step to the top of the mat. Take an inhale, flat back, lift halfway up in your spine. Exhale, fold softly into the legs. Chair pose. Inhale, bend the knees, reach your arms up. Exhale, mountain pose. Interlace the opposite crossing of the hands as you breathe in. Use your exhale to flip the palms like you're pushing a wall away from you. Inhale, lift the arms up, push the ceiling away, go up. And exhale, fold forward over the legs. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, step your left leg back, lower the knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower your hands and step your foot back to downward facing dog. We're going to do that same thing once more. Inhale, forward plank. Lower the knees down as you exhale. High on the fingertips, step your right foot forward. And then you'll breathe in and lift the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands and step your left foot next to your right. Inhale, right into chair pose. As you exhale, stand mountain pose. Interlace the comfortable crossing of the hands as you breathe in. Exhale, push the hands away, flipping the wrists. Inhale, reach your arms up, get taller and longer. And exhale, forward fold over the leg. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back, lower the knee. Take an inhale to lift your arms up. And an exhale to step back into down dog. Last side, inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower the knees as you come on your fingertips. You'll step your left foot forward, breathing in, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower your hands and step the right foot forward. Chair pose, breathe in. Maybe go a little lower this time. Mountain pose as you breathe out. The opposite interlacing of the hands, breathe in. Exhale, push the palms forward, straight elbows. Breathe in, lift the arms, lift your waistline up, get tall. And exhale, forward fold. Flat back as you breathe in. Exhale, left foot back, lower the knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, come to downward facing dog. Good. This time, stay 3 breaths. Close your eyes. Breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more breaths like that. You can always take child's pose instead of down dog, which I'm showing here. And breathing out. Last one. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you'll come to a hands and knees position. Keep your right knee down on the mat. Extend your left leg back. So you'll be on the ball of the foot of your left foot, left knee straight. And you're going to spin your left heel down onto the mat so the whole sole of the foot is down. And then this should feel kind of similar to what we did at the very beginning. Reach your left arm up when you feel steady. And if the balance is tricky here, you can keep your eyes down on the floor. Otherwise, maybe you look all the way up towards your left hand. And then you'll reach your left arm alongside your left ear and push the mat away with your left foot. Take just one more breath. Take another inhale to the left lung especially. Good. And then as you exhale, lower just your left fingertips back down onto the mat. Step your left foot forward towards your left thumb. And then this time as you breathe in, you'll pick your back knee up and come to a high lunge. Good. If this feels like too much, keep your back knee down on the floor. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, slowly reach the arms up. And exhale. One more. Breathing in. Strong legs. Breathing out. Okay, now turn your right heel down. You're going to open to a warrior 2. And remember the wings of the arms wide and strong. Crown of the head tall. Take one more inhale. And then extended side angle. You'll bring your left forearm on your left thigh and sweep the right arm overhead. Take a big breath in. Reach your right wrist away from your right foot. And breathe out. One more like that. Breathing in. And breathe out. Okay, now slowly start to straighten your left leg. And you'll rest your left fingertips somewhere on the shin bone as your right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. This is called triangle pose. So you might visualize the negative space between your 2 legs and the floor, creating the shape of a triangle. And take just about one more breath, and maybe you look up to see your right hand. That will kind of challenge the balance a bit. Okay, rebend your left knee, look down to the floor, plant your hands, and you'll step your left foot back to meet your right foot. You'll be in a downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, forward, come to plank. Lower your left knee down this time, so that's right underneath your left hip. Spin your right heel down, and then take your time as you start to reach your right arm up. The balance is a little tricky, at least for me. And then here you are, you could stay like this. If you need a little more grounding, you would turn your eyes down to help with balance. Otherwise, you can turn and look all the way up towards your right hand. You're taking just about one more breath. Okay, and then lower your right fingertips down. So it's just the fingertips down right under your shoulder. And then you'll step your right foot forward towards your thumb and make your way up into a high lunge. Lift the arms up. And then stay about 2 more breaths. Try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. You might even feel a feeling of a back bend, the heart lifting up and away from the floor. Okay. Spin your left heel down and turn to open to warrior 2. Wingspan of the arms wide. Spine long. And take another breath, pressing into both of your feet with equal weight. And then on your exhale, you'll take your right forearm onto your right thigh, and the left arm sweeps alongside the left ear. Reach your left wrist away from your left foot. On your inhale, you'll start to straighten your right leg slowly and bring your right fingertips to land on your right shin. The left arm up, and now we're back in triangle. Maybe you turn your face to look up towards your left hand. Can you soften your eyes, relax your jaw a bit, take one more, reach through the arms. Okay, look down to the floor, bend your right knee like a lunge, and then you'll step back into downward facing dog. Okay, lower your knees down, and just like we started, you'll be on your shins, and again, you can be on a blanket if you have sensitive knees. I have a nice cushy rug underneath me, so I don't need the blanket. And you'll just take your hands to your hips, just like we did at the very beginning. But this time we're going to back bend. So draw your elbows towards one another. And then try to lift your whole rib cage, including the back of your rib basket, up and off of your pelvis. So first the feeling is going up, like water coming out of a water fountain. Go up, 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 up. And then maybe you start to find a back bend. And I'll turn so you can see if you get confused. Do tuck your toes under, because maybe your hands can come back and find your heels. And then if not, you stay here, hands on the hips. Maybe if this bothers your neck, you keep your chin tucked to your chest. And take one more breath. Draw your elbows together if they're bent. Lift the chest up, opening through the collarbones. And then you'll come right back to a neutral spine. Lower your seat onto your heels. And then just rest your hands on your thighs. Inhale slowly, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. And then you'll come to child's pose, same thing. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then come back upright to sit, and you'll stretch your legs straight in front of you. In yoga, this is called Paschimottanasana, or the stretch of the west. The west side of the body is the whole back body. So can you just stay here and straighten the legs quite well and find a really tall spine? So you might press your fingertips into the floor on either side of your hips and get really tall. Push the floor away. So this is option 1. You could also start to forward fold over your legs. Maybe you grab onto your feet. You can let your head bow down. If your knees need to bend, that's absolutely fine. You're still sort of addressing the length of the hamstrings. Let your eyes close and take 3 more breaths. Inhale slowly. Try to make the front of your spine longer. And exhale, relax the neck. Breathing in, draw your belly towards your knees. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And you'll slowly make your way upright to sit and come to lie down on your back. And once you get there, you'll hug your knees in toward your chest and just let them circle around in one direction. And then you'll circle the knees around in the opposite direction. Open the arms out wide to the sides and let your knees go over to your right. Taking about 3 or so breaths, and see if you can get a little softer in your body. So if you feel any hardening or any tension or gripping in your shoulders, try to relax them. The same in the jaw and around your eyes. And we'll take the second side, knees up and over to the left. See if you can get a little softer in the shoulder heads, the tongue. These are places we like to grip habitually. And then you'll come right back to the center. And then we will take Shavasana. So this is a resting pose. And even though it's sort of doing nothing, it's like turning the switch from on to off in your body, it can be the most challenging part of class. See if you can really truly stay still, find a position you're comfortable in, and then just commit for the next 3 minutes to doing nothing as best you can. Just begin to deepen your breath, and you might make some small movements with your hands and with your feet. And then start to roll over onto your side. You can probably hear Hawk. She just woke up too. So you can roll over onto your side, and you can go over to your right or to your left, whatever you prefer. And when you get there, you can kind of curl up like a ball and just pause for a moment on your side. Take another deep breath. And then being very patient and kind with yourself, just very gradually roll up to sit, so nothing abrupt. And once you come up to sit, sit as tall as you can without forcing or gripping anything muscularly. So again, kind of imagining the spine from the very top of your neck to the tip of your tail elongating and becoming more spacious from the inside out. And then if it's helpful, you can use the imagery of a puppet string at the crown of the head lifting you up. And you'll keep that height through the spine and gather your hands together very softly at the center of the chest. And then once again, we'll Om together. You can either just listen or say it with me. Take your breath in. May all beings be at peace and be free, and may our actions contribute to the peace and the freedom of others, no exceptions. And thank you.